Hi guys. So you guys are doing what? Are you guys doing your A levels, your AS, O levels? What are you guys doing?
We are currently doing
our levels.
Doing the what?
I think we're all doing our O levels next year.
O levels next year.
I'm in grade 8.
Grade 8. All right.
I'm doing A levels.
What are the houses? Still the same houses, Winchester. Same houses, or will you change the name now? The houses. You guys have houses still? No. No. When I was in RI, we had different houses for like sports meets. Like, I was in a house called Winchester House, and we had the inter-house sports meet. And no, you don't have that.
It's changed.
It's changed. What are the houses?
Yeah. Surrey, Kent, Liverpool, and Manchester.
And Manchester. Okay, change Winchester to Manchester. I vice captained the RI football team the 2 years that I was there. Anybody play football here? Anybody football? No, still nothing. No. You guys are doing all studies, no sports.
I play football.
We do play football.
You did play football?
Yeah.
Still practice at, we used to practice at Kure ground. Kure, are you guys still doing that or what? No.
We have tournaments there.
Tournaments.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
On to our first question.
Yeah.
Could you please tell us if you had never done public speaking before, where would you be today?
Oh man, that's a good question. I think I would have been either. So professionally, from an education perspective, I'm an HR professional, right? So that's what I studied. I studied HR. So I would have either had a career in HR, worked in a company and taken my career up as a HR professional, or I would have been a dancer. One of the two things. So for the longest time, I was a professional ballroom dancer.
A dancer?
When I had hair.
All right.
So I competed professionally in ballroom dancing for 3 years. I had a big passion for it. I still do largely, but I think I would have either been a dancer or I would have been an HR professional. One of the two things.
Mr. Dananjaya, your speeches are absolutely phenomenal and has inspired many people. So would you mind sharing with us the motivation behind you and your speeches?
So fundamentally, right? I mean, if you look at how humans, separate from every other animal in the animal kingdom is our urge to express. Right? I mean, we're creative creatures. We're cerebral species, and we have this innate need to express ourselves. Now, that expression can come in the form of art, can come in the form of music, can come in the form of science, can come in the form of maths. We all have this need to express. And, I think for me, fundamentally, even when I was growing up as a kid, as a teenager, I really wanted to express my creativity. And my motivation for that really comes from that urge to kind of express something. So the spoken word was just a medium for me to express. And, I always wanted to put my ideas, my thoughts, my, philosophy of life into some format. And then public speaking was one format. And, that's how I got to public speaking. And that's my motivation, just to create. That's where all of this comes from. Yeah.
Well, sir, the next question, this was actually Tisari's question, and I couldn't hear it. And one participant couldn't come, she couldn't log in on time, I don't know, and then she had a power cut. So this is
All right.
the question that I'm going to ask you now, Mr. Dananjaya. We wanted to know about your hobbies now, especially because you are a very successful person. So how much of time do you have for your hobbies, and especially now during the last few months, I'm sure you must have been, at home. So what
Yeah.
invest your time on? This was Tisali's question, which I'm asking on behalf of her.
Okay. So, once again, I don't think I'm, very successful, but, but, in my own humble opinion, I've got plenty of time for hobbies, man. I think, I have this whole philosophy of, working 20% of the time, right? So I follow this thing where I value the quality of work as opposed to the quantity of work. So I do 20% of the work that brings me 80% of the result, right? So the whole Pareto ratio is there's no point working 80% of your time and getting 20% of the result, right? So I've managed to fine tune my approach, my craft, my field to figure out what's the 20% of value adding work that I need to do in order to get the 80% of the result that I have. So because of that, I got 80% of time to follow my hobbies. And, my number one hobby right now is, chasing after my kids. So that's my number one hobby. But after I do that, I spend a lot of time learning from other people. That's my hobby. I love having conversations with people that know more than me. I like challenging, certain myths, philosophies. My friend circle is all about challenging each other's worldview, right? Sometimes I have a group of friends, we meet up and I express myself, and, three other guys would say, Dan, what are you talking about, right? And give counter evidence to how I see the world. And that's what I like, right? I love for people to come and tell me something that counters my narrative. And then that's a very, very good way to spend your time. So, my number one hobby right now is finding people and narratives that challenge me and how I look at the world. So that's what I spend a lot of time doing. Yeah.
Thank you. And Ashfaq.
Yeah. So this is the last question. So many people have different outlooks on life. What is your outlook on life?
My outlook in life. Okay. So, how when I started out my life, I thought there was this ultimate purpose in it, right? There was this meaning that was hidden, and all of us needed to find what that meaning is. There was this grand secret at the end of life that we needed to figure out. But fundamentally, generally across the board, life by nature is meaningless, right? There is no grand meaning. There is no grand purpose. There is no big pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. If you look at, some of my favorite authors like Christopher Hitchens, who says, life is like, when you're born, you get shot out from your mother's womb like a cannonball, and you're heading towards a barn door that has rusty nails on it, right? So you're going to get impaled. There's no way to stop that. But in between getting shot out of the cannon and getting blasted on a bunch of nails, you get this block of time, right? And that block of time is what you make out of it. So though there is no one grand purpose or one grand meaning to life, there is one for you. And if you can find your meaning and your purpose in that block of time that you have, then you fundamentally achieve what 90% of the world are either unable or not privileged to achieve. When you look at today, a lot of people don't have the luxury of chasing a dream, right? A lot of people don't have the opportunity to even think about what's my purpose in life. Their lives are so hard. All they can do is wake up in the morning and work 15, 16 hours a day, just to put food on their table. So following a dream and trying to ask these questions of what is my purpose, those are luxuries. So if you have that luxury with you, and if you're in an environment that allows you to do that with some peace of mind, that's an opportunity that's given to 0.1% of the world. And I think you should grab it, you should embrace it, and find, rather than finding a grand general meaning or grand general purpose, find out what's in it for you, what's your purpose and what's your meaning in life. And that's all there is to it.
Thank you.
I remember watching a speech as well, sir. I think it was titled Butterflies.
Yeah, chasing butterflies. Yeah.
And so that's all for mine. Thank you very much for your time, sir. And just one small request. Could you be able to do a small part of I See Something? Just as one final request from us. Just a little part, just a couple of lines maybe. I know it might be a little difficult to do it online, but just, at least.
Sorry, I couldn't get you, buddy. I couldn't hear you.
I said two more requests actually. One request was to see if you could do a small part of the speech. I See Something, just maybe a couple of lines. And the other request was from Ashwak to take a selfie with you online.
Okay, all right, selfie. Well, I'll repeat my favorite line from the speech. I see something in you, but I don't know what it is. Yeah, I'm okay for a selfie, buddy.
Ashwak, could you do that for us, please? I have no idea how you take selfies on Zoom.
Problem is I'm using my phone, so now I can't take the selfie.
Basically, you get a screenshot.
Okay.
Yeah, I already did.
Can you do it for us, Rifki, and then update it on the group WhatsApp?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
And he's
Okay, one more time.
Yeah, everyone's on the.
all right. Took one and another one. All right.
Yeah, okay.
All right, thank
I
you guys,
took two.
and
There you go.
wish you all the very best with your future, with your studies, and your career. And I'm sure we're very, very many great things ahead of all of you, and hope you achieve your wildest and craziest dreams.
Thank you,
so
sir.
much.
That's the time.
Thank you, sir.
Take care.
Sir.